Hello there, friends. Today I'll talk to you a little bit about the VA condo guidelines. For those that are new to this channel, my name is Carlos Scarpero, and I am a VA mortgage specialist with Epic Lending and Military Mortgage Bootcamp. If you are new to this channel, I'd love to see you subscribe to these videos to get mortgage questions answered. I mostly talk about VA loans in this channel, but every so often I talk about a few other topics that are of interest or things that annoy me or just sometimes good news too. Today I'm talking about VA condo guidelines because I'm getting a lot of questions and comments and misinformation from local realtors regarding buying a condo with a VA loan. So the first question is, can you buy a condo with a VA loan? And the answer is absolutely. You can buy a condo using VA mortgage financing. That being said, you can't buy any condo with VA mortgage financing. I'll get to that in a minute. But it's not nearly as limited as people think. In fact, I'm getting a lot of realtors not even attempting to go VA and telling the borrower they have to go FHA or have to go conventional, I should say, because of certain nuances in the system and certain things they don't understand. And a few times I've had to correct them and say, this person is a veteran and they earn that benefit and they can go VA. So please at least make a VA offer before you make the determination on if they can't go VA on it. So I'm going to start out with a couple myths of things that are going on. And more importantly, let's talk about some rules on what needs to get approved. So the first myth is the VA approved list. Now, it is true, there is a list of VA approved condos. Now, let me talk a little closer so you understand me here. Just because there's a list doesn't really mean much. So what the list means is that someone has purchased a home with a VA loan and the condo or the association they're in is on that list. Now, does this mean that another company or another property, or I should say another condo or another condo association, does that mean if your condo's not in an association on that list that you can't get approved? No, it just means there's nobody in that particular association where you are that has got a VA loan before. That makes sense. So yeah, there is a VA loan list, and yeah, it helps, but that doesn't really guarantee anything. And if you're working with someone that knows what they're talking about and understands these guidelines, they won't be quite as strict and will understand what needs to be done. Number two, and kind of goes with this, are huge association fees. Some realtors mistakenly think that if you're going to get a condo VA approved, that the association is going to charge this huge fee and it's a big hassle to the association and blah, blah, blah. And that's just not the case. That the VA charges no fee for you to have a condo, for you to have a VA approved condo, that's what I should say. Now, the association may charge a processing fee for us to get paperwork, and unfortunately, sometimes the associations will jack up those fees to make things more profitable for them, but that's on them, that's not on us, and that's not on the VA. So keep that in mind. Myth number three, that takes longer to close. So I've heard this one a few times that, oh, we can't go VA because that loan is going to take forever to close, it's going to be all this hassle. The last one I did that went VA closed in 25 days. The one before that went conventional, closed in 35 days. So that argument's kind of out the window. It's more based, and really the close time on condos is really more based on when the association get us our paperwork and that type of thing as well. So keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to go through some VA mortgage condo guidelines because there are certain guidelines that need to be adhered to when buying a condo with a VA loan. Luckily, the vast majority of condos do meet all these guidelines, but yeah, keep that in mind. First one is at least 50% of the condo units in that group of condos or that association of condos are owner occupied and not rentals. So here in the Dayton area, don't really have a problem with that, but if you're buying a condo in maybe a beach community or you're buying a ski community, you might have issues with that, so keep that in mind. Second one, less than 15% of the condo units in the facility are behind on their association dues because they want it to be in a facility where people are current and people are stable, and because the person's behind their dues, guess what? They're probably not maintaining that condo well, and there might be a foreclosure, and there might be just problems condition-wise with that association coming up, and so they want to make sure it's stable. So that makes sense as well. If you're buying in a new condo complex, you also have to keep in mind that at least 75% of the units have been sold. So you can't buy that speculative unit. You can't buy the first one, in other words. Number 4, there's more than one unit in the condo project, so you can't do some kind of weird, sketchy thing to make it a condo with one unit in it. But I don't ever see those, but it's on the list. There we go. Number 5 was really interesting. No single entity owns more than 10% of the units in the condo development. So keep that in mind as well. I haven't seen any of those, but I guess it could happen, especially if you got a lot of rentals in that facility. Maybe there is one company that owns a bunch of them. So you can't have more than 50% or 10% of the units owned by a single company or entity. So there you go. Those are your VA mortgage condo guidelines. And if you're in Ohio or Kentucky, I would love to talk to you and help you get approved for a VA condo loan. I can be reached at 937-572-3713 or scarpero.com. And if you're outside of Ohio or Kentucky, I am connected with loan officers all around the country that can help. So feel free to reach out to me as well. Thank you.